everybody. Welcome to the GreenBiz studio. I'm Katie Ryan, Director of Sustainability here at GreenBiz. And today I am joined by Kelsi Doran, Director of Sustainability Strategy at Cisco. Kelsi, I'm so glad that we are together today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Katie.
I would love to kind of just jump right in. We all know sustainability is happening at a board level increasingly, greatly. And I'm just curious what the impact is at Cisco and even impacts at businesses at large that you're seeing.
Yeah, there's so many reasons. I think the topic is elevating, whether it's regulation, customer demand, but I think the simplest way is this concept of escalating stakeholder interest across the board. Our customers are asking about it, our partners, even our employees, right? Future talent want to know what we're doing on the topic of sustainability. So we're hearing so much that actually at Cisco, we have elevated the topic of sustainability to a top five priority for the company. And that's alongside things that are core to our business, like helping our customers transform their infrastructure or reimagine their applications. And so it's increasingly important. And for that reason, in this hyper dynamicism of the space, we actually took a step back this year and reevaluated our environmental strategy. And we're excited that we've released what we're calling the Plan for Possible. And it's really a holistic approach to environmental sustainability for the company. It's focused on a few key priorities. The first is around accelerating the transition to clean energy, including our ambition of net zero. The second is around evolving the business from linear to circular. So we know that we need to embed circular economy practices into how we design and manufacture our products, but we also need to embed it into our business models and the financial constructs that will allow us to deliver that transformation. And then the third priority is really investing in resilient ecosystems, both ecological from a nature perspective, but also from a community perspective. When we think about the skills and talent we're going to need for a future low carbon economy or the capabilities we'll need to adapt to the climate future.
I kind of already want to invite you back for a conversation on all three, but let's double click into the clean energy transition. Tell me a little bit more. What is Cisco doing there?
Yeah, and we can definitely continue the conversation and do some mini series. So for us, we believe that to accelerate this transition to clean energy, the grid really requires updated digital infrastructure. And as we simultaneously electrify and grow energy demand, we also need to bend the curve of energy required from the connected economy. So there are a couple key principles for us around leading energy efficiency innovations and making our products more power efficient each generation, enabling capabilities with our solutions. But I think the really interesting opportunity for us is the role we can play in connecting clean energy and digitalizing the grid. And so we know power grids are among the most important infrastructures in energy systems, but they were designed for to get power from static and central power stations. And as we move into a renewable energy, clean energy future, we know that this needs to be much more distributed. And so we need to digitalize the grid so that we can optimize supply and demand. We can intelligently inform energy source mix as well as enable energy storage. And all of this requires connectivity. We've got a great partner in Europe, Enel, who's one of the tier one power utility companies in the region where we're working to do that. Just that we're implementing thousands of routers and switches to really connect their grid to their power sources and give them visibility that helps them proactively manage supply and demand as well as potential faults. And so we're excited about the role that technology can play in helping accelerate this transition to clean energy.
Okay, so speaking of technology, everybody's eyes on AI. What's your take? How is it going to drive impact?
Yeah, I think first we have to address there's a lot of discussion, or at least some discussion right now, around how generative AI consumes a lot of power in the data center. And we have the same conversation around blockchain, which, oh, by the way, also has some sustainability use cases. So I just want to start by saying, as we go down the path of AI and these related technologies, it's going to be really important for us to drive that power efficiency innovation, like I was mentioning earlier, really bend the curve of energy demand. We're doing that in a few ways, but most prominently in our server line. We're really proud of the UCSX series. It won some awards, but more importantly, this is a device that's 54% more energy efficient than previous generations. And so when we think about, as a technology community, what we need to do to make the data centers more power efficient to then enable these technologies, that's kind of baseline. But I think the question you're asking is more about the use cases. And there are a plethora of use cases in sustainability for AI and IoT and even blockchain. A couple I would call out, we talked about grid management. So thinking about using machine learning to really anticipate demand and optimize supply of those distributed sources. And so this would include things like source selection and mixing, et cetera. Another great example is in forest and wildfire management. So, how do you analyze various data sources, whether it's from satellite or aerial footage, weather data, soil data, to really simulate forest fire risk and help forest managers understand how they can either prevent or mitigate the spread of risk? We actually, through the Cisco Foundation, have invested in a company called Vibrant Planet that's creating a data platform to do just that. And so, these are just a couple examples. There are others, like I'm really excited about climate modeling or even smart building controls. There's a number of others, but hopefully it piques some interest, especially in the technologists listening or watching to this, on how we can harness the power of these new technologies. And more importantly, or most importantly, implement the solutions that already exist to some of our most pressing environmental challenges.
Here, here. I agree. Um, Kelsi, it has been so wonderful to have you in the GreenBiz studio. Everybody, this is Kelsi Doran, Director of Sustainability Strategy at Cisco. And again, Katie Ryan signing off from the GreenBiz studio. Have a good one.
Thanks, Katie.